I haven't had any expectations before joining the course. I was just like, oh, let me just try this out. I've started with engineering in computer science, and I did like a year of that, and I was like, okay, this is not for me, and I dropped out of that. And I went to fine arts, 2 years of that again, and I chose sculpture as my major. And I was like, this doesn't really sound very stable. So I dropped out of that as well. And that is when I joined ANDAcademy. I did not know much about like graphic design back then. I think with all the fundamentals and everything, and definitely like helped. Not just about like the concepts and like the basics and fundamentals. I think I feel more prepared because like I've been working in groups. We've had like, advice from the teachers. Now I just feel like I know what the setting would feel like. It felt more like, yeah, this is what a professional setting would look like, and not just like a typical online course with just like somebody just teaching and we're just like listening, but it was more interactive and we had to like give our opinions and thoughts. Prior to the sessions, like the CST sessions, I genuinely had no clue about like anything. I knew what a resume was, but I didn't know like anything about the details or like how you gotta make it or anything of that sort. All the conversations definitely helped, and they were also very responsive with the emails and like they were always available. With the application process, I've kind of only applied for I think 5 like job descriptions or like applications so far. So I was looking for jobs like that, but I wasn't sure if I would get any or anything. And then this one day I just like found this role on like Discord. And coming to the interview as well, I mean, I kind of had an idea of what it would be like because of the sessions that happened prior to the interview. They were very professional out of like the other projects that I've put on my portfolio. The ones from the course were very, I think, what people would actually want from like a employee. And I guess that definitely did put my portfolio like up top. The interview that I had with like the design lead at Basil kind of asked me about like, okay, what was your process while you're creating this, and like what all principles have you used here and stuff like that. And it definitely helped because like I've had like a thorough knowledge of the fundamentals and principles because of the course. The major change that I've noticed is prior to starting this course, I've not really like, I don't like see around me and I think, oh, that's a bad design, or oh, this is amazing, or like, oh, the alignment is wrong, or like, it doesn't feel right, or there's no enough contrast or stuff like that, right? And I think in that way, I've definitely like, I see a lot of growth, like how to like look at design in your like daily life. And it's just constantly putting your brain into thought. In the sessions, we've had requests or like interacting with other people through activities. So I've kind of had an idea, okay, this is what not to do and this is what you can do instead and stuff like that. So that definitely helped me on like seeing the right things in any other sessions that like we've had before, and like them teaching anything, the way they talk about a design or the way they talk about any of the principles kind of got me thinking, okay, this is how you like explain this in a professional manner and not just like, talk in a very rookie way and, make it sound like you're just like, you'll have no knowledge in design whatsoever, right? And also I'd say like with the presentations that happen after like every project, and it's not just like one presentation, there's like multiple in between, there's multiple like revisions that happen in between. So it's kind of like it built that confidence that yeah, I can talk about it, it's okay to like get it wrong sometimes. And it kind of reduced the nervousness also, kind of made me feel like, oh yeah, I can talk about this because like I've talked to a proper professional in the design industry. So there's nothing more to worry about, there's nothing more that could be like, more scary in the outside world, I'd say. I'd just say, like, sometimes you could feel like, okay, I have no clue what I'm doing, but just trust the process, trust your mentors. And I mean, don't be too like nervous, too scared. And I think just go along with the curriculum and you'll be fine. I'd say, well, like the most I remember, since like it's been a while since the course happened, is I remember like Lopa Mutra ma'am. She was our first mentor, and like she taught us the basics and like fundamentals and everything. And it didn't feel like, oh my god, I have no clue what's happening. And it felt more like a soft launch, like, okay, it's just like happening like in a very nice space that anyone could understand, and it makes you feel like, okay, I'm not done, right? And I think that definitely helped with like the whole whatever happened later on. And I think just looking back, her making all of us feel like, oh yeah, it's all fine, we're all new to this. And that kind of is something I look back to. And also, like, talking about friends, I had this one friend. I think her work inspired me a lot. Like, even though she was also a student, I think she did amazing. And just looking at my peers doing well kind of motivated.